All right, what is up, everybody? Perfect timing. Markets closed. There's the bell. Crazy day. Oh man, just want to get on here. I don't really have a topic. We'll go over the market real quick, but just want to see if anyone is out here that want to go live with me to just what do you want to talk about. I got the link in the description so you can check that out. I want to do my shares here. So let me see. There we go. As they all say, oh man, oh shoot, let me turn that down. I don't really have a top. As they all say, I'll allow, I'm gonna allow a couple of you guys to get in here. I always laugh when they say that. Maybe it's because I don't have a lot of subscribers, but my thing when I make videos generally, other than like trying to share it out, generally is to give the replay viewers more value. You know what I mean? They don't need to go through all that stuff. So more people's going to watch the replay than the live. So I rather cater to the replay viewers, believe it or not, than the people that actually come in live. So I would just jump right into the video, and the people that jump in, if you kind of missed what I said the last 3 minutes, you could always go back and rewind it when the video is over. See, that's the way I do things. How you guys doing, man? Yeah, just give me a second though. But it's not to allow people to come in here. Share this thing on some platforms. Feel free to share, There we go. There we go. Some pictures in here. I'm on Twitter right now. Tesla's a hot topic. About Amazon. Saw that tweet. I won't put it on. Should I put it on stock twits? Nah, I won't put it on stock twits. I'm gonna skip stock twits. I'll let them catch the replay. All right, so get rid of that. All right, y'all. So what's up? All right, so let's talk about the market and what went on today. I should actually start with CNBC. This was actually a crazy ending right here, right? Look at that, just the sell-off, and then look at the buy-in that people just want to be in. I think maybe they feel there's a chance that a stimulus package could get, I think, approved this weekend. And then there's also a chance that is a big government shutdown this weekend. So yeah, so we don't know. It's going to be lots of news coming out over the weekend. But yeah, there it is. Look at how the indexes are down. So the Dow's down 117, S&P down, NASDAQ down, Russell down, VIX down. VIX down almost 1% on such a down day. But, there it is. So now let's go back to the FinViz, and you can see the buying coming at the end. Here's the thing. Maybe we'll start with it. No, let's start with the heat map first. Okay, so heat map, you can see what's going on. Amazon, I wanted to buy a put yesterday. I just knew everything was going to go down. Now, why? Because Tesla, of course, is coming into the S&P 500. Supposedly, they say 80 billion worth of stock needs to be bought. Now, I believe they didn't just have to buy it today. I think they was buying it last week, the funds, and then they're just going to include it, in it tonight, because it actually is included tonight. Okay, like now after market close. So I think that's what's been going on, running up the market. But here's the deal: for them to rebalance and buy and put 80 billion of Tesla in, see, that's where I get confused. Yeah, no, for them to put Tesla in the funds, basically 80 billion needs to be bought, right? But so 80 billion also needs to be sold. You got to make room for it, and I think that's where the sell-off has come from. So you got a lot of stocks like the big boys down. This is these guys, they got to sell these. They got to sell them, to make room for the Tesla, right? So I think that's what's going on, right? So Monday will be interesting when the market opens up to see how we recover from that, and then Tesla being in the S&P 500. And once the buy-in is over, I think you had one analyst here, right here, Tesla shares downgraded by CFRA as hot stock loses massive index fund buying tailwind. So now that the tailwind's gone, yeah, let's see how this thing performs, because now we can go to my charts. We could see, I mean, the thing has just been straight up for the most part on, what is it, up 600, 700%. And it only had 2 quarters, right? So you had the quarter of, when did it report? October 21st. And then back here was July 22nd. And then right here was April 29th. All right. So if you was able to buy, let's say from April, that quarter to where it is now, it's up 378%. So only 2 quarters, you know, I don't know. It just seems basically, and I know people are trying to find a way to, you know, justify it. I personally can't justify it. You talk about pull forward. They pull them forward years, you know, and I do think it goes higher, but why all in 8 months? So I'm not necessarily a Tesla fan anymore. I like to trade it. I got out a little upset. You know, I called a lot of, you know, especially this move when they got included. You know, I called a lot of these, but during the up, when it was just rocketing, I had to get out, take my profits. But it's one of those positions that you just have to hold on. You know, you wait for a good pullback, but you really never got one. Got one here, right? In March. Oh, I guess the whole market pulled down. So you got one here in August, and you got a sideways movement. This is when I was really feeling bullish. And I think I did establish a position. I love sideways. I love consolidation. And it always shows something like this. But for some reason, I just didn't think we was going to get all of that. I just didn't think we was going to get it. Anyway, so Cashmatic, what is up? I think I need my glasses on. Let me see. Man, they market makers suck. Hit your AMD stop and went back up. Oh, well, yeah, because I seen, the thing is, you had to, I don't know, like today was an interesting day. So you had the triple witching as well, where all these contracts expired, options and futures and all that stuff. You know, I don't even know which ones they are. And and Tesla coming in, the rebalancing of the S&P. Big volatile day. I probably, to be honest with you, if it was me, I would have let the stops ride, you know, and say, you know what, I'm not going to make any decisions today, because that's the kind of day. It's just going to be one of those days. And then Monday, see what happens. So that's how I probably would have played it, you know, doing the stop thing. You said, what's up? Finally made a lot. All right, Mary. You was in here. You have been. Yeah, you've been out. You've been on. I can't even speak. You got me speechless. I can't even. Yeah, it's been a while. Let's put it that way. We was chatting on Twitter. He said, when did Tesla? I'm telling you, I need my glasses on. When did Tesla hop in the S&P? Supposedly it goes in today after the market close. See this right here? I got to put these glasses on. It's a brand new readers. And I noticed my last video, I had this stupid sticker on. Looking like an idiot. Put these on. All right. Now I can read these comments. All right. You said, when did Tesla hop in? Yeah, it's supposed to be after the market close. And we'll see what happens. Now that tailwind is gone, see what happens, man. You know, I don't know. I mean, the EV market is definitely blowing up. I feel there's going to be lots of competition in for Tesla next year. There's one analyst that was spot on. I wanted to do a video and record his, maybe I'll find his arguments of why Tesla is going to go down, and why is it going to be a really tough year next year. And I need to find that and maybe make that a video, because he, to me, in my opinion, he was spot on. You know, it's going to be a lot of competition next year, you know, and you already see it with NIO, and you got the Ford, and you got the Volkswagen, and all, you know, everybody's going to come out hard, you know. So personally, I think the Ford, what is that? The Mach-E, I think it's in the showrooms now. I was thinking about trying to find a Ford deal and checking it out. It's a sharp car. You know, I don't know all the that car is really sharp. You know, so yeah, the competition is going to be tough, and this is why I actually kind of like Ford for the long run. And I've been selling options on it. It hasn't been, what is it? Went up to 950. A little disappointed. Now I'm looking at it 895, but maybe it's just a small little pullback. You can see that long monthly channel, right? Let me go ahead and draw that long monthly channel, multi-year on the monthly, and it's finally breaking through. I think, I think this is not one of them stocks where it is tomorrow. This is a slow roll, right? Took years, right? And finally it's coming through. So maybe this is something you can establish a position in, because isn't it better to kind of get into something like this versus something that was just going straight up like a hockey stick, one of those patterns? How could you build a position in something that's going straight up when you can get into something like this and hopefully the whole automotive industry turns and, Ford starts getting on the right path, so if you look at the volume, even, just look at right here, see all the volume, all these years, and all of a sudden, there's interest in here, and that's why it's blowing through the channel, so I think there's something here, right? I think there's something here, and yeah, scooping these up, man. $9, so everyone could participate in that. $9, 100 shares. You don't have to buy 100, of course, but 100 shares, $900. Because if you get that 100 shares, you can start selling calls against it, right? If you want to make some additional income on your trade. What else did you say? You say, I gotta put the glasses on. You said, also this weekend, it may be some, yeah, I said that, I guess, before you walked in, with the stimulus package and possibly the government shutdown. So I think that's why they bought it up at the end of the day. I have a feeling, I was gonna say, isn't those guys up there in Washington lame? It's just unbelievable. I don't want to get political, but how could y'all guys even get close to a shutdown? You know what I mean? Under what's going on, and you still can't get a package out. You saw the unemployment numbers. It was damn near 900,000. I just got to go ahead and round that up to 1 million. There's 1 million people that's still walking in the unemployment office without a job a week before Christmas, and these guys can't do nothing for you. Nothing. So it's unbelievable to me. I know what they're gonna do is not gonna change someone's life, but that little help, especially around Christmas time, if you get the 1,200, you got kids, maybe whatever the hell the money is gonna be, that I think that will help. It will help people's Christmas. I mean, getting a pink slip a week before Christmas, I couldn't imagine it. That's terrible. That's terrible. And these guys are doing absolutely nothing. It's just pitiful, man. And now you're even looking at a government shutdown. So yeah, there's a little rant. Oh man. So Big Boy Blue, 9 minutes ago, you said something. You said it's cheap. You can buy some of these old school companies that pay dividends pretty cheap. I own GE, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. Yeah, I think it's probably a good time now. Now that the next year, we do know that the market, COVID will be over for the most part, right? These guys are pumping out those vaccines by the millions, and eventually the vaccines will get ahead of the sicknesses. So these old school companies, I think, it's time. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely time. And there's no volume. I mean, everybody, it's gonna be, you got those hot stocks and the COVID players. Yeah, it's gonna reverse. The trend is gonna reverse. I'm not necessarily still a fan of the banks, but I like fintech, but those guys are off to the races. That's the PayPal, the Square. You got Stripe coming out on the IPO soon. eBay. I said PayPal, Square. There's somebody else I'm missing that's in the game. Can't think of it right now. But those two, just unbelievable charts. And I'm in them. I am in them. Mary, you said you're so tired of them. They should have been resolve this. So it is. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And then they got the nerve to play with us, meaning, oh, the deal, we almost got it done. We just got to do this and that and that. You know they ain't making no deal. What are you doing? You know what I mean? To me, get them all out of there, every single one. Personally, when I vote, well, I admit I voted Democrat across the board, but I would rather vote if you're in, you're out, and if basically I like to vote the incumbents out of there. But just get out of there. You know what I mean? Get somebody new in there. I don't like any of them. You know, so but you know, I got to pick one, and that's what I picked. What did I want to talk about? Oh, I wanted to look up Nike because they reported earnings. Let's see what's going on. They look like they are. Did it report? Look at it. I'm looking at the minute right here. Could I detach this right here? I'm guessing they reported. Here's the chart. Look at it. It's all trying to drag it over. Come on. There we go. So you can see. All right, so here's 4 o'clock. Here's the after hours action. It says here Nike reported quarterly earnings of 78 cents a share, which beat analyst consensus of 62 by 25%. This is 11% increase over earnings of 70 cents per share from the same period last year. The company reported quarterly sales of $11.2 billion, which beat the analyst consensus of $10.56 billion by 6%. This is also an 8.46% increase over sales of $10.33 billion the same period last year. You would have to go through this like line by line, but I'm just looking at the action. So it is trading up in the afternoon hours. The market, it was down 2.29% or $3.22, and now it's up $2. It looks like it's back to where it was before the market closed. Before the market, basically, it looked like where it was yesterday. So it's 137.28. It closed, and now it's trading at 141. So if you watch my video, I just wasn't feeling Nike going, being elevated like this, especially going into earnings. Felt a little nervous and wanted to get into the Lulu. Now, a little disappointed in guys, not the guys that's right here and the gals. Bitcoin, yeah, exclamation. Hey, what could I say? I know all about the 23,000 wherever it's trading, man. Yeah. Missed out. Anyway, shoot, what was I gonna talk about? I lost my train of thought, man. The Bitcoin got me. What was I gonna talk? Oh, okay, yeah, I was disappointed in you guys. Not you guys watching because y'all here, your followers, but I did the Lululemon video, which I released this morning at around 9 o'clock. Look at Lululemon trading. Look at that reversal. Wow. When it's just at the 335, it was $373, and it closed at 378. So the video only got like 10 views, man. Up till now. No kidding. See what's up. So, it takes me time to make these videos, and I would like to get more than 10 views. And let me tell you something. I'm one of them. My girlfriend's another. So 80 of you guys. 80 of you guys checked it out. And I'm like, what? So here it is. So look, 10 views. I got more people watching now, damn near, than the people that watched the last video. And did I lose my? Hold on. I don't know where I'm at. I can't find my. There we go. So yeah, there it is, man. Come on, guys. You got to watch this. This video. This is the stuff people charge you for. This is the stuff that I'm considering possibly to charge you for. There it is now. It's free. But You know, go get that. That's the goal. Forget what stock, exactly. I could tell you every day on what's going up, what's going down, what I feel, I should say, is going up, going down. But how to trade it is a totally different story. And it's a high probability one with basically doubling your money. So I have to wait until next year though, but there's no rush in this game. Imagine you can make 100% on your money every year. Oh my gosh. I swear I did the math. You'd be like multimillionaire in less than 8 years, like 6 years. You know what I mean? So you guys got to check that video out, scoop it up. You don't have to do that trade, but learn how to trade like that. That's what I'm getting at. So well, yeah, disappointed, man. 10 views. So the videos that I actually show how to trade, and yeah, I'm making all of these faces, and you guys can't even see me. The videos that I actually show you how to trade, yeah, that's what they do. 10, 12, 5, whatever. And it's just, yeah, it's pitiful, man. I put a lot of work into those videos. So I share those out if y'all can for me, because people's got to know. I don't know what's going on, why people don't watch those videos, but I'll go to other channels and, people that's less educated than me. Not that I'm all that. And these guys are getting thousands. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? What kind of trade is that? What? You're going to buy that? Okay, whatever. High risk stuff, people losing their money. Like if you was in any kind of calls today, you got destroyed. So you almost got to sell something. That's what I'm saying. That's why the calls have to be perfect timing. You have to be right, because when stocks are going down and that vol is pumping, like you're getting destroyed in those calls. Oh man, these spread are crazy. Do you like Costco? Let's check it out. I'm not a big fan of. I don't know. I don't know why I don't like Costco. I'm not saying that's me personally. Okay, I'm not a fan of but the stock it's been fired. So there it is. I mean, there it is. It looks like it's getting ready to be in that buy zone. It looks like it's trying to be weak, but every time it comes down, I would probably wait until it comes down to here about 350, because that seems like the buy point when it crosses over my little 20-day moving average. But looking a little weak, right? But this is one that you do want to get into. All it does is know how to go up. See, when you look at this monthly, it's kind of way overextended. I feel it needs to come down some. Yeah, I like the 350 area to possibly start to get back in. And really, if we can come down to here, if we can come down to maybe that 320, like here, that would be like real perfect to get in. So, yeah, but it seems a little lofty right about now. My favorite, if you want to get into retail, Walmart. I like Walmart a little better. Remember, I said to get in it, and then I had said I got out. Got out at 152, 155 or something when it had right at the top, 153. And I took a little shit on the bulletin boards there. So you don't know it. Anyway, here we are, 145. That's what Walmart does when it reports, it goes down. It pops and then it just slowly drifts down. So I like it now, right? It's right back into the range, right back into the averages. So to get back in, remember Walmart has Sam's Club, so Sam's Club, Costco, to me, same shit. I know Costco is a little better, but and they're doing things right. I think that they got that Walmart Plus. Let's give that a go. And they're looking to be not your traditional Walmart, not the Walmart that me and you grew up on. And the signs of that was, when I'm trying to buy TikTok, right? These guys are they're changing. I see my Walmart changing when I walk in there. I don't go in there all the time, but these guys can, if anyone's going to compete with Amazon, it's going to be Walmart. And I know Amazon's still way ahead, but these guys are definitely in second place. So I like Walmart, and Walmart likes to go up as well. So that's my little retail. Then you'll be a multi-millionaire next year if that crypto does what expected. And come back on here and show us. Nah, not like that. I mean, like, I get you, man. It's like I said, it's just not my thing, man. It's not my thing. But I hope so. I hope everyone watching becomes a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing. Like, I know a lot of people getting into crypto. It's starting to be real now. You're starting to see institutions getting into it. Companies are getting into it, putting their cash reserves into Bitcoin. It's incredible. So like this particular run up has traction. I totally believe that, but I don't. It's just something about. I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of it. I know it goes up, but I don't know. Maybe because I can't trade it like a stock. I don't know. I guess I gotta. I don't know. I don't know. Exclamation thoughts. But yeah, I mean, I hope you do become a millionaire. I hope everyone does. It just kind of, we need to level that playing field. What is that? I need my glasses for that one. It's not even fitting on the screen. If we have a reset, all stocks and other form of derivatives are going to settle in dollars, crypto, gold, silver, or to buy. Okay. Yeah, see, even the gold, crypto, it's actually stuff that I don't understand. Now, at least I can pull up the GLD and look at a chart and be like, oh, I look at this chart that looks like a buy right now. Like that. I could pull up the SLV, I could trade it to say buy. Oh, silver looks real bullish right now. That looks real bullish. I like that chart. I like it better than the gold chart. Yes, especially if it actually did high 230. No. Okay, so the high of this candle right here, let me get this off so you can see. The highest red right here is 23.96. I was gonna say, especially if this closed above that, but closed at 23.96, closed right on the high of that candle. So we got to see what happens next week. Because it could actually turn. But it doesn't look like it wants to. I like it. If you look at this, that's the month. Well, actually, that's the monthly. My bad. I'm trading the monthly. The month is still going on. But here's the week. And here's that candle that hit the 23.96. So everything looks good. You got the volume. In that candle. You got the stochastic turning with it as well. So let's see how these react. It'll be interesting. They should go up, when the stimulus comes. But I don't know. These things been sometimes not trading the way you think they would. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's bullish right there. The silver's real bullish. I might have to put a trade on it. I like it. The gold, let me pull up the gold weekly again, the GLD. It's almost the same pattern, but the silver looks more bullish than the gold, in my opinion. So there you go. There you have it. You got to watch the video, Hidden Secrets of Money. All right. I'll try to keep that down. Because when I'm out working and whatnot, probably y'all, everyone, especially your drivers, y'all be dying for content to listen to. Oh, man. I about listen to everything I want to listen to for the most part. And, every once in a while, then I'll just listen to the radio or music or whatever. So let's talk about, and I'll still probably do a video on this one, and that's Workday. Looking real bullish. Looking real. Look at the monthly. And I was going to do a video. If I can zoom in, if I can get rid of all of this stuff. Let me see, clear these lines. I was going to do a video when it was right here, and it got away from me. Maybe if I pull up the weekly. Look at that candle, right? It got away from me, and I was like, oh my gosh, look what happened this week. Oh, man. So it's up 26 points this week, and just a little disappointed. I didn't get the video out in time, but it's still bullish. I like Workday, right? I still might do a video on it. Twitter, can't remember. Did I do the Twitter video? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I did the Twitter video, and the guy kind of was, you know, I caught a little shit on stock twits. Thank you, Mary, for defending me. Look at Twitter on fire, right? So I was, when did I call that? Down here, somewhere around here, on fire. Fire. Peloton was one of my earlier videos this week. On fire. Crazy week. The range is up 25 points this week. Notice how it has the same chart. What was it? I can't even think. Now, I didn't think that it was going to be this powerful this week. And that's the thing, man. When these stocks run, they go. You almost have to, you can't wait for the pullback. You just got to get in. I wanted to do Lululemon. I did do Lululemon. Look at, and the thing, look at it. This thing is up 50 points this week. And you almost can't wait. You just have to jump in. These stocks, the stocks that are working. It's like the whole market is running to them. I want to do Shake Shack, and I'm in a Shake Shack. Great day today. I had a nice reverse. This thing was down 3% today, and it was reversing before while the market was still going down. If you pull up the 5-minute, look at that reversal. I don't know what happened here, but it kind of started to come back, and it closed not too bad. But this thing is looking bullish, right? I think we come up to that high, the 105 high. Look at the stock. I mean, everything is working here. Wish I had a little bit more volume, though. Wish I had a little bit more volume. So that's another one I'm kind of watching. That's the video maybe coming out next week. DraftKings, a little disappointed today. It's still struggling, and we predicted this, right? We predicted the struggle in the 52 area because of the secondary. And see, I have it all highlighted, and it's just struggling, but it broke out, and it pulled back, right? So it's almost like a fake breakout, but it's still above the range. So keep an eye on DraftKings as well. I do think DraftKings goes higher, but it was a little disappointing today. Didn't like the action. So yeah, I can't think of the other ones I was looking at, but just a lot of bullish stocks. Let's look at Amazon. And this is not as bullish as yes, and it's just going, how can I put this? It's looking weak, but at the same time, it's setting up for an explosion. But it almost appears that it's a it's all right. This should resolve its way to the upside because it's going up. But the way it's been trading is just making me feel, is it going to resolve to the downside? Because it can happen as well. But I think it goes higher. I like Amazon, for the most part, but got to be careful here. Notice we got price action over the moving averages, over the 9, over the 20. It's the perfect buy point right now. It's the perfect buy point. I'm just don't want to see it break down and go lower. All right. So we need this thing to start breaking to the upside. And once it does, we know to get all on board. And you can almost get some of this now. But when we see this thing start to break, it's going to be an explosion. And it can be explosion to the downside. So that's what I'm worried as well. I just don't know which way it's going to explode. But the volatility on it did come in, right? And it's going to expand, and so is the stock price. You said thoughts on Tesla. Oh, you know what? We talked about Tesla, but I didn't even bring up the chart. Oh, yeah, I did bring up the chart. I just didn't speak on it. You know, the chart looks bullish. It closed for the most part at the high. It's just that inside you're like, well, how high could it go? You know, but if you take that out and you just kind of look at the chart, it looks like it wants to go higher. You know, I don't know if I can get in right now. I just think you see how we had this sideways action right here, right? You have these little pauses. Tesla gives it to you, right? So we had it there. We had a little one here. Kind of need to draw that right before the breakout. We had one in there. We had one here. Okay. So you do get the pauses. This was an actual nice pullback, right? So I'm looking at the weekly. Let's see if we can get a pause, right? And I don't know if you can jump on right now. That's the hourly. Pull up the daily. Where are we at? Wait a minute. What am I missing? Oh, okay. Because wow, this thing really turned around too. Just as right when I did the video and I was looking at it and I didn't know it closed up. So this thing was at 630 and it went as high as 670 before closing somewhere at 6. This was a great lotto tickets if anybody was in here buying them cheap options as it was getting ready to expire at the end of the day. But wow. So this thing closed up 6% today. Incredible. Look at that volume coming in at the end. Yeah, it looks like it wants to go higher. You know, I would rather wait for that sideways action or pullback to kind of get back in because I just don't know. And then now that it's included, because when the market's open Monday morning, it's going to be included. It's going to be part of that S&P. And does this just rip the S&P to go super high? Like, just, you know, now that S&P is going to be getting some of that Tesla action, what is the S&P is going to be like? Or is Tesla finally going to take that break and pull down the S&P, which actually starts to pull down the market? You know, it's kind of interesting when you think about it. But I don't know. Let's see what happens Monday. I don't know. It's going to be new, I think, for everybody. But yeah, it looks like it wants to go higher. That's nothing I can say about that. Monthly, see, look at it monthly. You know, that's what I'm not like. I'm just not feeling that. I just can't jump on that. I don't know if you can see it. Just can't jump on that. There's too much going on. Actually, not much at all. Just going straight up and So you got the weekly. Wow. When I called this breakout at the 450, I was somewhere over here. That's right when I can't even remember, somewhere around in here. I had no idea it was going to go up another 300 points. None. No, I knew it was going to go up 300. I missed it. I was in it. I got out. I think it went up 100, 50, 60, 70, and I got out. I had no idea it was going to do 300 points. And that's what these stocks are doing. So, you know, I'm noticing that basically when something's about to break out, to expect this, because this is the new breakout for the most part. So like we was talking about Workday. Let's bring Workday back. You see how that candle is? Why not go straight up? That's what these stocks are doing. That's what everything is doing. I said I didn't want to bring up the square. Let's bring it up. Square on fire. It's not necessary. It's got a decent angle to it, but not when I pull up that monthly. See, just straight up, right? PayPal is doing the Bitcoin, right? So you can buy Bitcoin on PayPal, and that's where Square got a lot of its action from. They made a lot of money with those Bitcoin transactions, and it kind of actually made me worry about Square because that's not really what Square was about. And you made all your money on Bitcoin, and what about the Cash App and all that other stuff and your banking transactions and the whole e-commerce thing? No, it was from Bitcoin. So I actually got worried over that with Square. But that just seems to need a new thing. The market accepted it. Okay, so you're a Bitcoin company now. You're gonna make you make your money by Bitcoin transactions. So PayPal got into the same thing. Just announced a few weeks ago, and just been on fire since then. Now you can see I like the PayPal. Did I do a video on PayPal? Because I was. If I didn't, I was. You got the breakout. And there it goes. It's starting to go straight up. So another stock that can go straight up. So who asked me about Tesla? Francisco. I would rather get into something like PayPal because Tesla is already going straight up. It's straight up already, right? So I would rather you get into something like this and ride that one straight up. I think this is more buyable, and it probably goes straight up into the earnings as well. So I like that one. Hey, babe, there's my sweethearts sneaking in there. You said you saw the triangle at 420 and went all in. Was that Tesla? If you're still in it, great trade. At 420. That's a great trade. Cash Matic said government told the bank they can just buy back shares just now. They can buy back shit. Okay. Look at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy, you know what? It was a small stock and I was thinking about getting in it. You're going to have to throw the ticker at me. Is this it right here? Is that it? MSTR? I don't think that's it. Wow, nice, man. A 4,000. That's great. It sounds like you was in the stock. Too bad you ain't in the options because you'd have been talking about tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands. Oh man. But I can't remember if this is the stock or not, but it looks like the stock. But the price, I didn't think it was 350. I thought it was like a lower price action stock, and then it took off to the upside. Anyway, I heard about it before the run. I felt a little, and it wound up being one of those stocks. So I totally missed out. It looks like it's kind of wanting to pull back now. I'm not liking that weekly action. You got the down, so we could talk about it. If this is it, I'll talk about this stock. I don't even know if it's it, but I don't like what's happening here, and then I don't like the doji candle here. It needs to turn. All right, so we had this down candle on decent volume. See, maybe it's filling in this gap that we have here. And the gap kind of held, and you see it got that bounce, and it's a doji. Now that's indecision, right? So bulls, bears, tie, draw. Okay, so now we have to see what happens. So we need more info on that, right? It can go anywhere. So let's just see what happens. I guess I like it if it could resolve itself over that doji price. That top right there, I like it, and I think we have to wait and see what happens. If it goes lower than that, I don't like it. So let's just see what happens. It might go sideways, and if it can go sideways long enough, I like it. Right, I always like that consolidation. So yeah, this caught fire. They bought 600 million of Bitcoin, and then you see, I'm just. I know a lot of institutions are getting into Bitcoin. You said this company, you got the PayPal, Square doing the transactions, and whoever else. Remember NVIDIA was they cards was into Bitcoin. They cards were being used as for people mining Bitcoin or something like that. So suppose that's where the crash comes from, right? say Bitcoin crashes again, and then now that more institutions and companies and everybody else is getting tied up into it, now it really pulls people down, because before it was just people like me and you. Now it's like real deal institutions up in there and big businesses. So suppose, you know what I'm saying? So suppose that's like, we're expecting a crash to happen over here, but it's really going to happen over here, and it just kind of causes the market to crash this time and everything. I know when Bitcoin crashed before, it was only a couple of months and then the market crashed. And I had said to Deborah, I said, hey, why do I feel that why did I feel that this crash is actually going to find its way to the market and make the market crash? And well, it wasn't like a crash, but the market went down hard. And he was like, I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it. So I'm actually, suppose that happens again. Suppose that's what happens, just something, or the market goes down, then Bitcoin, right? I actually think because you remember when the market went down in March, and maybe you have an answer for this exclamation. Well, how come Bitcoin went down too? Shouldn't Bitcoin have been going up when everything else was crashing? Shouldn't the savior been Bitcoin? But Bitcoin went down too. Everything went down. So why do I feel that the next crash, there's just going to be no hiding? It's going to be no hiding in Bitcoin. There's going to be no hiding in gold, no hiding in stocks, no hiding in bonds, no, just nothing. You know what I mean? And that's what I actually feel. There's going to be no way out. No savior. Everybody's going to take that beat down. What's up, unarmed director? Did I say that right? This is my first time pronouncing your name. So thanks for checking in, man. Appreciate you. You said they MSTR. Okay, I was on that right ticker. Sorry, I was a little late with that. But so far so good. It looks like it's a nice chart. It's a little steep. You know what I'm saying? But it's nice. It's going up. I that's me, and maybe it's something I got to get used to. Stocks is just straight up. I just can't get down with them. I can't get down with it. So I just gotta sit there and look at it. I liked it when it was down here. And then it just, look at it, went from 200 to 400. It went from 200. I'm going to call this, let's call this area, let's say 180. Went from 180 to that top 358 in a month. It went 100% in a month, 30 days. And everyone watching me, that's just not normal. So you see these irrational exuberance, as Alan Greenspan said in the 90s, and a lot of these stocks. And it's, I'm sitting here talking myself negative. It's just, I just can't see it sustaining itself forever. And even Bitcoin, so I just can't. He said Bitcoin has become a part of everything. Bitcoin has lost its way. Yeah, I do feel that. Even though some might think it's finding its way, but it's like a rational exuberance. It's crazy. In anything, and it's affected my trading and actually made it better, because when I look at a position I want to get in, and I'm like, oh, I'm totally getting rid of that mentality. Oh shit, it's up 5-6%. I gotta wait for a pullback. Gotta wait for it. No, I just get in because the next day is up 5 point. And Peloton was a perfect example of that. So many stocks, just pull it up. When something goes, it's almost like this. When stocks are running, they put them on a billboard or something. Some billboard that I don't have is being lit up and saying, everybody jump in. And everybody jumps in and gets it and just runs it up in a week. So soon as something, you want to trade well, just pull up your little, your what's hot, what's not kind of chart Well, I forget what that's called. You can see what's kind of the top 10 or whatever. And whatever's popping 5% or more, just buy it. It'll be up 5% the next day, and it'll be up 5% the next day, and it'll be up, it just continues to run. And generally, it never used to be like that. Something that goes up 5%, comes down maybe 4% the next day or during that week. And then things are just, the straight up action is unbelievable. And it's been happening all year. Started with Amazon, I think. One of the stocks. What is it? I'm trying to look up Carvana, by the way. I used to know this ticker symbol like the back of my hand. There it is. I was in this thing in the 50s, way over here. And this is one that I hate. But, look at that chart. That's the monthly. It's still going up. It looks bullish. I can't say nothing about it. It looks bullish, right? That it goes over. There's your rest. It's going back up. It might go up another 100 points or so looking at this chart. But you can see what it did. All of this time before, for the most part, nothing. This would have been a nice stock to just buy and hang on. That's the way I'm used to these stocks moving like that. Right, that is what is that angle? 12% angle. Well, this one, that's a 63% angle. And from the bottom there to the top, that's 270 days, about a half a year. It's up 1,200%. While everybody's looking at Tesla, you needed to be looking at Carvana. 1,200%. This is Tesla. Tesla's up 700%, right? So, yeah, Carvana is what's doing the running. Unbelievable. Okay, yeah, you said Bitcoin's been around for 10 years and they have the higher high. It's going to be the next world standard. Yeah. So yes, it will crash, but when it consolidates, it will have a higher high. And then, if it does that, it's still in the uptrend. That's the definition of an uptrend: higher highs and lower lows. So yeah, I mean, they're all going to settle down, and I think that we, looking around, looking at people's channels, that's how I look around, Twitter, hearing some of the analysts on CNBC in the financial medias, not all of them, but we're just used to this market going up every day. I mean, just every day. But I do think that, part of me thinks that it's the next, I forget what it's called. Basically, what we're about to go into is just something that's just going to blindside us all. And the market's just forecasting that. You know what I mean? The next industrial revolution, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Kind of like robots. Remember, what was that Terminator movie when all the robots, are we rapidly developing into something like that? So everything is just blowing up because this is actually the early stages. And we think it's late and it's crazy, but no, it's actually society's getting ready to turn. We're getting ready to, like, when we come back and the stimulus and the COVID's gone, that the economy is really just going to be a boom. You know what I mean? And just really explode. And maybe the market's basically forecasting that, telling us that's exactly what's going to happen. So I do think that, it's early reads on what we're about to jump into. So we had the unemployment number down, right? The jobs number 8 million people basically on the unemployment line. So Gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so you figure the market be down? No, it wasn't. Because the worse it is, the more they supposed to take care of us, which they haven't, right? The more market juice, the more juice the market's gonna get, from the government and whatever. But so it's just the worse, bad is good. Bad is good. But how long is it gonna be good? I don't know. You think China outlawed BTC? I don't know what and that's Bitcoin. You think China? I don't know. I don't know. I'm really totally uneducated on Bitcoin. Snorelord, is that you? What's up, man? Look at your name. Damn. Snorelord, the Metalhead Viking Caveman trucker. Wow, they gave you enough space to write all that? Cool. What is up, Snorelord, man? Got the Snorelord up in here. And then Waleed Sadiq. First time me saying your name. Thanks for coming in. What do you think Tesla's going to do on Monday? We was talking about that earlier. I have no idea. It's going to be entertaining. Like we said, the one dude on CNBC. Do I still have it up? Let me see. Pull up the CNBC. And you got to be part of CNBC Pro to get this story, Yeah, continue. Tesla shares downgraded. So they downgraded because they think the index fund buying tailwind is over, right? So, remember when they first announced it, Tesla's up like another 200% or something. It's just crazy. It's unfathomable. Whatever that word is. It's crazy. So, I don't know. Now that tailwind is over, the split tailwind is over, maybe it settles in, so I don't know. Check out Nike again. 144. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Yeah, see, even the shoe company. Now I know it is bigger than the shoe company, but even them is you're getting straight up from Nike, right? So that's just a new thing. Disney, you can't understand it. Look at Disney, the big behemoth of a company, straight up. And these guys have half their business closed, and it's all-time high straight up. So, what are you gonna do? Yeah, damn, it's unbelievable. And not even, what is that? Up 50% in 15 days. 15 days, Disney. 15 days of 50% with half their business closed. So should Disney sell the parks and the boats and the hotels and resorts and ESPN and ABC and all that stuff and the Hulu? No, that's kind of what they, should I sell all that stuff and just kind of work the Disney Plus? If you ask me, Disney Plus sucks. That's why I actually got out. I was in Disney for a lot of this run, actually. Disney Plus sucks. I don't want to be tuning in, and how many times am I going to watch The Kid from Left Field, all that Disney stuff? I seen it. We grew up with that stuff. I don't want to see it again and again and again and again. And it's the same shit. So they got to make a lot of content. And I know they're the king of content, and they got the king of all libraries, but I don't want to keep seeing it again. I don't know. It's something about I'm like, is this what it's going to be about? Because I don't like it. So they're going to have to really dump, and I know they can, money into creating that content. I think they said they're not even going to commit as much money as Netflix is with new content. So we just gotta get Disney to watch all that old shit, which I don't want to see it. I don't even think the kids want to see it like that. How many times can you watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Iron Man? And I don't know, Is it just me? Is it just me? I don't like that. I don't like the Disney Plus, But tell you the truth, Hulu's my favorite. Amazon Prime is my favorite. Believe it or not, I don't have Netflix, so it's been a while. Netflix, I used to feel that you could binge watch Netflix in about a month and be done with it, and then you can cancel. So maybe they changed and they got a lot of new stuff going on. And but I like some of the old shows. And Hulu has a lot of that stuff and decent movies, that I would want to see again. You said that's everything straight up. Yeah, that's the market hyperinflation, and you called that about what 10 months ago, probably even longer, but at least on this channel. I thought about buying puts in the TLT. This little downtrend right here, I think that's going to be sustainable. I don't think it bounces. I know this is an uptrend. It might jig and jag, but I don't know. I'm thinking this. Okay, so keeping an eye on the TLT. I want to really play the TBT, but it's not tracking that as well. You see, I got my line drawn. You may be able to get into it. This is the Ultra 20 years short ETF. The tracking is not as great, especially me trading options, but I'm thinking about putting a position on in this as well. Notice it's been going up for the most part. So 14, where we close 16. Yeah, it's going up. So I've been thinking about maybe doing that and then shorten with a put or something. Buying puts on a TLT. So something to keep an eye on. Okay, so I guess that's it, man. I guess I'm gonna let you guys go. That's all I want to talk about. I have nothing else to talk about. But check out those videos on trading those I'm putting on those option trades, man. Long-term trades, and just take your time, and you don't have to trade hard. I use a portion of my portfolio to trade hard. So I got a portion in stocks, I got a portion in long-term options, and a portion in short-term stuff. Like Amazon, I thought about selling a put spread today below this action. So coming somewhere in here, you'll see I got one on already. I got a couple on. I've got this position on. I sold the 3,000, bought the 2940. Thought about selling another one, maybe even lower or something. Kind of making my money on that. And once it pops, I should, I don't think it'll go down to 3,000. It might. I can't say it won't. Actually, that's not too far away. It might, and I do. By the way, I do think I'm gonna put this out there as a prediction. Possibly the last week of Christmas, the last week of the year, it's gonna be a selling week. So keep that in mind. I think that's my prediction, and it's for taxes. I don't think it'll happen this week coming, but that last week, be ready for people just selling and taking that profits on the lower tax rates, on the lower capital gains rates. And then all they got to do is kind of just re-enter position, re-enter it next year or whatever. So I think a lot of that's going to happen. But yeah, as everything's just a new straight up. You never breakouts like this Amazon, yeah. You don't. When I look at it like this monthly, this monthly looks pretty bullish. When I look at it, I don't know, man. It's just that it's happening. I don't know. It's just that it's happening on these huge companies, man. These are generally smaller type stocks. And let me just pull up Microsoft. No, let me pull up Apple. Yeah, see, Apple even had the straight up action. Apple looks good again. By the way, it looks like it's making a turn to do it again. And this is a $2 trillion company. That, I mean, shoot, by what, in 3-4 months, it's going to be 3 trillion? Because that's how it's trading. I mean, look how long it take to make the first trillion. And then it's going to be like 2 more trillion in less than a year. It's crazy. But it's making that turn, and this looks extremely bullish right about now. Matter of fact, I got a trade on an Apple on my other portfolio. And you can see how we had to turn here and see how they perfectly spaced apart, right? The downturns, right? This one didn't even come into the moving average. And every time it bounced, there's 113%. This one is 113%. Hey, I bet you this one is 113%. But anyway, yeah, why not? It's been doing it since 2018, so and that's how I read charts, man. I swear. And you guys following me, you're probably saying, hey man, the dude's right more than he's wrong. You go back. Just look back in time. The chart is almost going to tell you what it wants to do because it's been doing it forever. You know what I mean? Just kind of got to figure it out. I mean, I could even pull that action to here and to here. And every time, Apple always gives you those pullbacks. Look, 156% right there, right here, 155%, right? So it's just doing it. It's a pattern. You just got to find it, right? Stocks like this are easier to trade than those real volatile ones. I'm not a real volatility type trader like that. I like stocks like this. Always been afraid of Apple though, because I'm just not an Apple fan. So Apple kind of bothers me a little bit. But stock don't lie. There it is, man. It looks like it's trying to do it again in a much faster pace, right? Look how it's starting to go straight up. So I like Apple. And this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of stocks out there just crazy bullish. So any kind of pullback we get, anything, you got to buy it. You have to buy it because that's what all these stocks are saying. It's not even, pull up the actual indexes. Haven't done that. Yeah, so like you got the SPY breaking out right there. So it's in a nice little consolidation pattern. And it's breaking out, right? Starting to go higher. Got to be careful for a failed breakout though. And the Qs, same thing, right? Same thing. Starting to break out. This is 4 months of, for the most part, consolidation. So a lot of people don't think it pulled back, but it did pull back. It didn't do anything. It hasn't been doing anything for the most part, right? I mean, shoot, it was at this. That was last month, but it was at last month's level in August, and here it is, and that was November. So starting to go off to the races again. IWM, look, a whole index going straight up, and this is this is 2,000 stocks, not 500 stocks like the SP 500, not 30 like the Dow Jones. 2,000. Going straight up, deciding to go straight up. Okay, so there's the breakout. Looks good to me. We know things go straight up for a while, so this might go a lot longer straight up. Just might do that. That's the perfect text. This IWM is the perfect textbook breakout. Perfect. Right? It's just unbelievable. Did it here as well too, right? See how you got this area? Let me cross that out. Let's do it. See how you got this area right there? Oh, y'all can't really see that, right? And then look, it's the same thing. See how it just showed you what it was going to do in the past now? So we could take that data that it's given us from this breakout point, from the time that it decided to crap out and went up 32%, right? So from this breakout point, it looks like it maybe can go, up another, I don't know, what is that? 230 possibly. It's 197. Might have another 33 points to go just by looking at the past. Kind of did it here as well. It's not the greatest picture. See, you got there's the little breakout, right? There it is. And what's this percentage before it took a dive? Well, right there is 43%, but if you want to bring up to there, it's 53%. Right? So let's connect the dots, bring that back. Look at that. Look how I just showed you 3 identical scenarios going all the way back to 2010. It's the same thing, right? That's what most of these patterns show you. So you don't have to bring out all the bells and whistles and stuff like that, man. Just kind of look at the chart. Pull up that monthly, man. The monthly has the answer to what these charts are going to do. They really do. You said, bro, you are reading the chart. You are reading the chart right. Man, you saying words I can't even pronounce. Their exclamation thoughts. You're reading the chart right. Inflating. Right. Oh, okay. I'm reading it right. It's inflating. Yep. So that's the chart of inflation. That's everything straight up. But like, say this chart. Yeah, same thing, man. Same thing. And maybe that is the inflation picture. So how does it end? Because there's no data yet. And I'm way back. Here's 2008. 2008 was nothing. You know, we almost had that right here. Because that was what, 34%? That says 40% on the small caps. Right? It's just that it happened so fast. It was so vicious. 2008 was a little longer, but that was 52%. And there it is, man. So I think, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe a big one never comes. You could draw that. You can see how people, when remember right here, there's like, oh my gosh, we broke the 20-year, whatever it was, trend line. Oh my God. And it was a fake breakdown. Now that's really the reason for the vicious back run up. When something, it like does a fake breakout, like this breaks out to the upside and it's fake, it's going to come down hard. So if it breaks down below trend and it's a fake breakdown, it'll bounce up hard. So kind of got out of there with the quickness. And this was actually your buy point. If I was thinking, at this point, we're just so scared. We're scared when this is happening. It's hard to get in and be rational about it. You know, you lost a lot of money if you was in the market right here. You know, so but that was the buy point. I was talking about the IWM then, but I was saying, yeah, it's the best chart. But it was volatile. You know, you'd be like, yeah, it's going up 3% today, it's down 5% the next day, and then it's up 3% the next day, and then up another 3%. So it was really volatile. But now it's incredible. So you almost got to X this out. That down, it was fake. That was a fake breakdown. And for the most part, we're on trend. But, you know, if you pull, let me see, look at that. If you can do that, we are right at the top of the channel. Generally, that holds, by the way. So, you know how a lot of people are predicting January, maybe mid-January, early next year, there's going to be some kind of correction. According to this chart, it is. Because by early next year, we should be somewhere right around that trend, if not next week or whatever. And, you know, it might peak out above it for a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to come to the bottom of the range. Hopefully, it doesn't have to be vicious, but it seems like all these other drops are kind of vicious. But as long as it could even go sideways, it could kind of trend like this. Then eventually, you're back in the middle of the range, right? And then you can go higher. So we'll see. But we're, for the most part, we're right at that top. So be cautious on the IWM. Let me see if the SPY is trading like that on the upper channel. Forgot where I drew that. Yeah, for the most part, it broke through. But that's like, you just don't break through. You don't. I don't know. This looks like it wants to, when you draw that angle. See, this is that whole megaphone thing. When you draw that angle, it just doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I could tell you this. Lots of stocks are showing bullish type patterns. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So, okay, I got that comment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I had a nice little crowd up in here today. I think it was about 8. I don't even know. But thanks for watching, everyone. I just wanted to come over here and say, I don't know what the hell I want to talk about. Oh, man. Let's talk about stocks and stuff that I know. For the most part, my specialty is just looking at the patterns and option trading. You know, I don't have a lot of reason behind things. I know a little bit about a lot of companies, just a little bit, especially if it's in the news, because I'm a news junkie, especially on business. And I just trade patterns and charts to make money. You know, I like high price stocks because it seems like I could make more money that way, you know, with those options without buying 1,000 options. Because, you know, an option is 60 cents. It can get costly if you're putting on spreads and you need to buy like 40 of them, right? 40 calls and 40 puts. So you got 80 spreads. You got 80 option positions times 0.6. That's a $48 in and $48 out, you know. So the bigger higher stock prices, you don't have to buy that many spreads. So I like higher price stocks. And that's why I talk about the Amazons and the Googles and, you know, Facebooks and things like that. It's because those are the stocks that are doing that. And the lower ones, like if I were to buy a Ford and I want to do an option, I'll just buy the stock here. You know what I mean? But it'll be like I'll be like buying 1,000 options or something, and I don't want to do that. You know. So all right. So thanks for watching, everyone. Exclamation Thoughts. Appreciate your input on the Bitcoin. Snorelord. Hey, thanks for checking me. Rags to riches. You in here all the time. Appreciate you coming back. And I'm just kind of going through the Chopper. I missed you, man. I missed your comment. Wall Street bets. Don't know what you're talking about there, though. Unarmed director. Yeah. Thanks for checking in, man. I know that was the first time I've seen your name. Francisco. I think I said your name before, but I know you're fairly new. So thanks for coming back. And Mary, thanks for checking in again. And Big Boy Blue. Cashmatic, of course. Always first. Always first. And I appreciate that. All right. So I am out of here. Did I miss Julie Box? And then my babe, Julie Box. I think I missed her. She's in here somewhere. All right. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a good week. I might come live tomorrow. I might remember those stocks that I talked about. I might actually do a video on them anyway, even though they just appear to be out of reach. I like trying to get in there quick, but I'm telling you, man, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do that video tomorrow. And then the next thing you know, it's up 7%. I'm like, oh, damn. Anyway. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And peace, exclamation. I see you.